As a mind map trainer, I just couldn't help but notice that you mentioned mind maps not once but twice in your book. and the first one was in the preface itself, so that got my reticular activating system really revved up. So I was wondering if you could let us know what your experience with mind maps have been. Most authors in the world, Jack Canfield, Anthony Robbins, use mind maps to write books.
Yes.
So
Yes.
did you use it in any of the pills, or did you use it for writing the book or something?
So Siddharth and I have a very different interpretation and practice of mind mapping. Siddharth is very visual. Siddharth, by the way, his heroes are Sherlock Holmes and Batman, and he's very fascinated by Sherlock Holmes' concept of memory and memory palaces. You must speak to Siddharth about memory and memory palaces when you talk to him about it. So he's very organized. He needs tables, structures, post-it notes. His concept of a mind map, he doesn't want to have a conversation till there's a pen and paper. So he can't think without the pen and paper. And that's how he thinks. So there are multiple post-its, there'll be a pen, there'll be a large chart paper, there'll be things all over happening with him.
Good, reaches the strain and working memory.
And he does that, by the way, very organized. So there will always be very straight lines. So his mind map won't have squiggles.
Okay.
It's a very straight line journey, very well organized, very well catalogued. If there's a change to be made, one thing will be picked up, put up somewhere else, removed from there. So very organized, and that's his concept of the mind mapping. Siddharth thinks in structures, frameworks, and grids. So his mind map is his mind is a very organized map.
Okay.
If I can put it like that. I, on the other hand, I thrive in chaos. I thrive in the journey. The destination will happen as it happens. It doesn't matter. So the way my mind maps happen is usually a very interconnected forest of one primary thought, if you're lucky. If you aren't, then there will be one thought, two thoughts, three thoughts. There will be multiple interconnected linked thoughts to it. They will also be interlinked among themselves. And so I find that a very useful process of thinking. The visualization of those thoughts out there allows me to form that map in my mind. Now, it's like I said, it's not structured, it's not organized, but it's interconnected, and it gives me the next 3 steps that I need to take. So that's been my experience with mind maps. And like I said, that's in Siddharth. You must ask him about this as well, because he's supremely organized and therefore loves mind maps as a tool.
Okay, great. I think ultimately there is an organization, there is a structure, there is a process. It may look chaotic, but then I would say the chaos is part of the process. If you're going to say, I'm not going to do anything for the next half an hour, but let my mind wander. Well, that's when you structure half an hour in your day. So it's a process.
No, so it's fascinating, Dharmendra. I have learned that my mind takes in a whole set of data and then it churns. It churns. और मंथन होता है. और उस मंथन का जब natural process खत्म होगा, I will have a solution. If I try and force that manthan at any given point of time, or force the process for an output in the middle of that churn while it's still happening, I get garbage. Okay, but the churning is or has been influenced by various structures that you have been exposed to. Yeah, but it takes its own process, its own time, its own data, factors, variables, whatever it pulls out. But I have learned to give my mind the patience of coming up with its own solution rather than forcing it.
Right, yeah. I think that itself could be a subject of a different book. Thinking slowly. David Kahneman wrote a book, Thinking Fast and Slow. You should write a book which just says Thinking Slow. I think every human being, if he just takes 20 or 30 critical decisions correctly in his life, by correctly I mean doesn't mess up by a huge amount, he doesn't have to be correct. That's it, his life is sorted.
But in my worldview, right or wrong, there are just actions and there are consequences.
Yeah, so if those decisions let him take the right actions, it just 20 or 30 decisions in his life, they can decide whether he's here or here.
Whether they're happy or unhappy.
Yeah, exactly. So,
like you said,
for those 30 decisions, you have a lot of time because it's only 30 decisions.
And you have to get off the head and treadmill. You have to spend the time with yourself. Go back to mindfulness.
So it's really crazy. There's an action bias for the body and there's an action bias for thinking. It's terrible how people are just reacting to the world instead of looking at such wisdom.
And that's what I hope to put out there.
Yeah, so even reading slowly. I've done a lot of research on reading, and speed reading is there's nothing beneficial about it.
Like multitasking.
The latest research, I have latest research which proves that speed reading doesn't work. So
sleep is good. That sleep is the best thing that you do for yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. So
I'm looking at doing.
So that's great. We do not have time to talk about all the 52 pills. So
you must speak to Snad as well.
Sure.
There's some that he's very passionate about as well.